Well, hello, all y'all out there. I hope y'all are having a great day. I am. And what we're going to do is we're going to explore the wide world of editing, or excuse me, designing in Inkscape, the editing software program. So, what we're going to do is I'm going to open up, or I have opened up Inkscape. Inkscape is that little icon right there down at the pen bar. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through some of the object tools to help you create objects and fill and stroke with color. So that is the lesson for today's tutorial. It'll be about 5 minutes or so, more or less. So with that, let's get started. So the very first thing we need to do is we need to come up here and set up our document. Okay, go up to File up in the upper left. You come over here and to where it says Document Properties. And you're going to notice over here to our right, a new window has popped up. And what we have is our Document Properties window. And over here, we're going to have, we have our what our display is going to be in. And let me show you. We have millimeters, points, picas, inches, centimeters, pixels. So you have a vast array of using whatever display system you want to use. I like for when I'm doing say in like a vector-based illustration, I like to do it in inches. If it was some type of a photo editing software program like Adobe Photoshop or GIMP or something like that, you'd probably use pixels. So let's go down here to let's correctly set up the size of our canvas. We're going to go a true 8.5 by an 11, and we're going to hit our enter bar, and then we're going to close our document properties window. And so now we have a 8.5 by 11 document set up. So this is our canvas right here, and behind it is our artboard. So we have our artboard and we have our canvas. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to enlarge our canvas. So what I'm going to do is hold Shift and I'm going to push the plus. Okay. So over here, you'll notice where our document properties windows first appeared, we have this bar over here. And if you don't know how to control the canvas, there you go. So you can adjust where the canvas is. If you want the canvas to your right, you can move it to your right. If you want your canvas more towards the left, you can move your canvas more towards the left. Or if you want it right in the center, you can have it, right in the center. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to get the rectangle tool. And the reason why we're wanting to get the rectangle tool that's located over here on our left side in our tool panel is because this is like a template, so to speak, or a guide, so you can know where to, or what the size of 8.5 by 11 is going to be. Now you'll notice that the rectangle already has a fill. Sometimes it will have a fill of a color, and so this case, what we're going to do is we're going to come right over here and notice to our right when our rectangle tool is selected, as we come over here, it shifts to our selection tool. Okay, so we come over here and clicked no color. So what happens? We don't have any fill color. Okay, so we're going to come over here and we're going to reduce the stroke of our rectangle, and we're going to lower it, a little bit. So we're going to come over here, push the selection tool, and see now what you can do is you can take your rectangle and move it, but for all purposes we're going to leave it right there. Okay, so now we have a couple of shape tools that I want to let you be aware of, get you familiar with. So the first one right here, that's the rectangle tool. Okay, so we have right down here, we have a circle or an ellipse tool. It can have you create circles or ellipses, however you want to constrain or shape that particular tool. Now right down here we have a really neat one. We have the Polygon and Star tool. So with the rectangle tool, I'm going to go back and I'm going to move, let's just move our canvas over and let's have a little designing room over here. So let's do this. Okay, and let's make another little square. Let's have a baby square. Okay, we like babies around here. I like babies. Okay, let's have another square. Let's have a medium-sized square. Okay, and then let's just have a big papa square. Okay, so now we're going to go back up to our selection tool, and I'm going to show you a couple things very quickly, but I'm going to explain them to you so you understand what you're doing and where to go to do this. So get our selection tool, and we can move our squares or rectangles if they're rectangles, and we can move them, okay, wherever we want to go. All right, so let's just do this. Let's make another one. Oop. Let's make another one. Let's make a tall and skinny one. How about that? Oh, no, that's not skinny enough. Let's make that real skinny. Okay. There you go. Now you see what I did? I came over here with the selection tool and I adjusted the square to make it more of a rectangle, skinny mini. So what we're going to do is we're going to come over here. We're going to start to deal with colors, okay, within these primary shapes that we just have made. So what we're going to do is we're going to come over here to our fill, under the fill and stroke. Now remember, at the beginning there was a fill of in our square, so we're going to go back and fill it there, but we don't want that color. So we come down here to our scrolling color bar we have down here, our Inkscape has here. And let's just say we're going to go for a funky color. Y'all like funky colors? How about that? Let's change that to be a funky color. Okay, that can be a funky color, bluish purple. Okay, let's do a funky color. Let's do, hang on. Let's do, okay, let's do that. Let's do this over here. Let's choose another color. How about a really pretty color? How about How about a blue? Real nice blue, real deep blue. Okay. Now we're going to come over here. We're going to select this one. How about let's just go with how about that color? And for our little baby square, can't leave our baby square out. You know, all the babies, you know, they get, oh, what can you say? You got a baby in the family. Sometimes they get all the attention, you know, the babies in the family. But let's just create another color. So we're going to create, how about orange? Let's go. Okay, so we have these. We came over here and we applied color to our square shapes and rectangle shapes. And now what I'm going to show you is how to, let's just say, these you can move independently of one another, okay? You can float them anywhere, move them anywhere. Well, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to move these all as one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, with my selection tool still selected, I'm going to come over here and choose this. Now, let's see, come up here to object. Okay, you come over here to group. Okay, and you can, voila, you can move that. Well, what happened to this big boy over here, Papa? Well, he didn't get included. So what we're going to do is we're going to do the same thing. We're going to select. Now you see all of it selected now. Okay, now we're going to go back here up to group. Excuse me, object. We're going to group it a second time. So now all of our objects are moving together as one. And so what we can do is you can go back under objects and you can ungroup. Okay, now you can take, you have to select it. Remember, Big Papa was the last one to get grouped. So now you come over here back to objects and you ungroup it again. Oh, let's see here. There you go. Okay, ungroup. Now you push the selection tool. Now what you're going to have is you're going to be able to move your objects freely that you have just created. So what we're going to do is we're going to get all these and we're going to be real neat about it. And we're going to group them all. Okay, group. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to delete them. How about that? Just at one click. Okay, now we're going to move down to the circle and ellipse tool. And that can be kind of fun. So what we're going to do, let's go back over here. Okay, okay, so now we have a circle. Now if you hold control, what that is going to do is going to make a perfect circle. Okay, just by you holding the control button. Okay, so you can control, let's make another one, but let's make an ellipse. Okay, now remember we have a fill color, so let's just say we want to get rid of the fill color. Well, we know what to do here, right there. So that was selected and that got the fill color taken away. So let's go over here. Now I can't go over here and select this with the circle ellipse tool because you'll wind up making another circle or an ellipse. So you have to come back over here to your selection tool. Okay, got to select it. And no color. So now we have that. So that makes that, and you can, with your selection tool, you can come over here again. You can do it like that. Okay. Now, one of the cool things about this is when you create an object, what you can do is check this out. Hold on. You can flip the thing. How about that? Okay. Well, let's just flip it back. Take this one. We can flip it just like that manually. Okay. All right. So how about this? Well, there's the manual buttons right there for it, right there. Okay. There you go. The rotate. Okay. So now, and that was up on the these panels right here, the rotate icons right here in your upper portion of your editing system. So what we're going to do is we're going to delete that one, and we're going to delete this one right here. Okay, so now we're going to move on down to the Polygon and the Star tool. And this is kind of really neat, kind of really cool to play with. Now you'll notice, let's go up here. You see that right there? Okay, up there. Well, right now it's in the Star selection, but we're going to go to the Polygon. Okay, so you might have noticed when I clicked over to the Polygon that it subtracted something, because the Star has some other things that the Polygon's selection doesn't. We'll get into that briefly. So now we come over here and let's make a polygon, okay? So now let's come over here and select it, and we can enlarge it, okay? So we can come back over here. Now we're going to go down. Oh wow, okay. So you see what the rounded box does? It allows you to create all kinds of cool shapes that you wouldn't have thought of. So here we go. Isn't that cool? Okay, so now it's a true polygon. Okay, so now you come over here and you can add, or you can delete corners. I mean, heck, well, there's your stop sign right there. You can take down your sides, decrease them. You can have triangle. How about that? Let's go over here, and you can get a rounded triangle. Go back down. Look at there. Isn't that kind of neat? All right, so we're at a true triangle now. So you see right here, they can do all kinds of unique stuff. So it's, you can create to your heart's desire. So as you see, it's amazing what this can do. I'm going to come up here, and you can enter numbers by hand. Okay, so now we're going to move to the star object tool. We're going to click on that, and this is really interesting what this does. So we're going to delete that, and now you see we have the little star icon right here. So we're going to make a star. Well, that looks like a Star Trek logo, the thing that they put on their shirts and communicated with the ship with. So now you see the spoke ratio and the roundedness. Well, we're going to find out what this does. Now the spoke ratio, if you go back, you see it takes the inner parts of the star and forces them to the center. So it gives you that option. So we're going to go back out. Okay. Let's do that. Okay, right there. Okay, so we're going to add a couple corners right here. Watch that. How about that? Okay. Okay. You can create all kinds of really cool stuff. You can make, looks like the North Star that guided baby Jesus. I mean, the three wise men to baby Jesus. You can increase, you can increase it more. Well, that looks like one of them Christmas decorations that you hung on your mom and dad's Christmas tree or grandma and grandpa's Christmas tree. Look at there. So you can make it thinner, smaller, or you can increase it. Oh yeah, that looks like a Christmas tree ornament right there to me. Or a snowflake, how about that? So, and you can also do rounding. Look at here. Okay, well check this out. We're gonna make this a starfish. Okay, watch this. Okay, so same thing goes for the star. You can come back over here to your right and you can assign a color. You can assign that color. You can assign a gray color down at our scrolling color wheel. You can assign green, whatever you want. You can assign a real beautiful blue. It don't matter, it's your choice. So those are just the basics of the shape tools and the very basics of what they can do. Now you can take this circle and let's create a circle. Okay, well, let's just do this. Let's go back up to our selection tool. Let's make this, how about yellow? And then how about we go back up to our rectangle tool, and we have no color, no fit. Oh, let's go back. Okay, okay, now let's do this. Let's make, well, if you know anything about colors, you know that yellow and blue make green. So there you go. Well, I hope this video has helped you. If you have liked this video, please subscribe down below this video. It'll be on your right side. Just hit the subscribe and then hit the little bell to get notifications. So my name is Derek McKinnon, and once again, I hope this has helped you, and y'all have a great day. Bye-bye.